Hello everyone, it all comes down to tonight as the final 4 contestants compete for your votes to become the season 10 winner of The Voice. Also on the show, Kira talks to legendary Motown icon Smokey Robinson, R&B songstress Andra Day, Tamar Braxton and AJ from the Backstreet Boys. And we have some buzz news, so as you can see this show is jam-packed. Let's get started and roll that intro. The top 4 are performing right now and soon they'll be back here. But before that happens, Kira Lynn was at the Novo where she talked to legendary singer Smokey Robinson, where he received the Stevie Ray Vaughan Award for his dedication and commitment to helping others with the addiction recovery process from Music Cares. Let's check it out.
Hey everyone, this is Kira Lynn, and tonight I'm here at the 12th annual Music Cares Map Fund benefit concert honoring the legendary Smokey Robinson. Let's go check it out. Congratulations on being honored tonight.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I'm very honored to be honored here.
And also congratulations on the recovery.
Thank you very much for that too. You know, May of 1986. Yes, yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That is like a long time.
That's a long time, you know.
What are your personal thoughts on what the struggles are post-treatment?
You know, I never had treatment, honey. I actually was prayed for. I tell people I was healed because I wasn't cured or any of that. I was prayed for by a wonderful minister. And when I walked in her church that night, for 2 years, I had been an addict. And that was in May of 1986. And when I came out that night, I was free. And I've been free ever since that moment, you know. So I am at war with drugs, and I go around the country and I speak about. I just past Monday spoke at a rehab graduation in New York, because I go all over and I talk to people about the perils of doing drugs. And so.
What made you decide to be so open and vocal about it?
Because I think God wanted me to be. Because it shows you that drugs don't care who you are. Drugs don't care what your life is or what you're doing or where you are or who you are. If you open that door, they're going to come in. And I regret the fact that people associate that so much with the entertainment world, because it's everywhere. It has nothing to do with entertainment, you know. In fact, there are more people hooked on drugs who are not in the entertainment world than there are who are, you know. So people associate that, well, drugs, sex, and rock and roll. That's not the music business, you know. Drugs are everywhere. So Music Cares is a great organization to help those who have fallen on hard times and to try to get them into programs and finance them and do things like that to take care of the ones who have made the music happen.
Now, when you're speaking, what is the biggest piece of advice that you'd like to give those who are actually in recovery?
My biggest advice is to get your spiritual self together. If you don't get it together spiritually, you're not going to make it. I talk to people who've been in rehab 20 times. And I tell them, if you don't get your spiritual, if you don't realize you are a spiritual being, you know, you're not just physical, you're a spiritual being, and drugs get down into the spiritual of yourself. So if you don't get that together, you're not going to get it together. So that's my first advice.
Oh my goodness. You are performing tonight. What does that mean to you?
Oh, it means the world to me. Number one, I haven't sang in 6 months since I've gotten sick. Yeah, so this is my first performance since I've been out of the hospital and all the surgeries are completed. And now I have a clean bill of health, and I'm just really excited. Just my first time, I'm excited.
You look gorgeous.
Thank you so much.
Now I have to ask you, were you aware that Smokey was battling addiction in the past?
No, this is my first time hearing this. No, I would have never known that, no.
And what is your favorite Smokey Robinson song?
Oh my goodness, I'm singing it tonight.
I was going to ask you to just give me a bit of a preview.
Oh my God, I can't. You have to listen.
Well, thank you so much. Can I get you to say your name?
I know we're rushing, but...
No, first off, I know that Smokey handpicked a lot of the people performing tonight. So what does it mean for you to be able to perform on behalf of Smokey and Music Cares?
Well, wow, I didn't know that he handpicked a lot of the artists.
Actually, he did. He actually came in and picked.
That is incredible. I mean, honestly, it means everything to me. Smokey is, you know, like I say, he's not just an amazing artist and singer, but he's also a prolific songwriter as well. And so a songwriter, I'm a storyteller, and you know, the way he writes is the same way that I love to write. So it means everything. It really does. Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Before I let you go, what is your favorite Smokey Robinson song? And can I get a bit?
Tracks of My Tears.
Oh, that has been everybody's. Are you performing that tonight?
No, I'm not performing that one. But we're gonna love who does perform that one tonight. That I know, yeah.
Can I get a little bit from you?
I'll do a song. Take a good look at my face. You know my smile is out of place. Okay, that's it.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
Okay.
This breeze feels amazing right now.
Doesn't it?
I'm sweating, but I shouldn't be.
What are you so excited about?
I'm excited to be a part of such an amazing foundation and an amazing organization. We did something for Music Cares with Brian Wilson back in '04. Now doing this, honoring Smokey Robinson, being a part of this particular time around, it focusing on addiction. I personally know what that's been about. So this is something that's really awesome that helps musicians that can't afford to go to treatment, sober living, sponsorships, you know, all that kind of stuff. So to me, this is really awesome. I'm actually going to a meeting at 7:30. It's inside, so it's pretty awesome. Yeah. So
you're doing work and
work, but
work on yourself at the same time.
exactly.
Okay.
It's a daily thing.
And tell me about the advice you've given Nick. He's a new dad.
You know what? There really is no advice. You just kind of just gotta put one foot in front of the other. I mean, I have the only girl, so I'm not dealing with the boy side of things. I mean, kids are kids, but we all knew that he'd be a great father, and his wife's an amazing mother. You know, he's seen us with our kids, so he's kind of seen some of the ways to handle things, but he's going to learn. That's the only way to be a good parent, is to learn by example and learn by making mistakes.
And what's the most romantic thing you've done for your wife recently?
Well, I surprised her. I could thank the lovely people here that have helped us out with the Grammy Association to give us each a nice, all expenses paid trip to Bali. So I surprised my wife with that last night. She's like, hell yeah! So I'll be taking my wife on a nice vacation. We have not gone on a just couples vacation since we got married.
Well, AJ, what is the biggest piece of advice that you would give to somebody who's in post-recovery?
In post-recovery, it's a daily process. Get a sponsor, most important. Go to meetings. People think that you don't have to go to meetings to stay sober. When I started thinking that way, that's when I relapsed. So, you know, you just have to do the work. The only way around is through. That's the best advice I was ever given by my sponsor. I live by that daily. You got to go through the ups and downs, the highs and lows. Hopefully, when you relapse, that's not your last end-all be-all, because it is for a lot of people. But, you know, you get back up on the horse and you keep trucking forward. I mean, it is a daily thing. People battle it every day. Regular people, celebrities. So we're all the same. We all bleed the same. We all put our pants on the same. So addiction kills everyone. No one is, you know, specific.
And you're getting ready to go on tour this summer?
Not this summer. We're actually back in the studio right now. We're making our 10th album.
Okay.
So we are just now chiseling away at figuring out the sound, direction, and the producers and writers. So we're about to go back in this summer. So new album next year, new everything.
Is
So
that Spice Girls tour happening?
not right now, but
I really hope it does.
so do I. So do I.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Tamar Braxton.
This is Andra Day, and you've just been buzzed.
We'll be back with more buzz after these messages.
What you lean like? My lean like this, my lean like this. Just copped it off the lot, still got the paper plate. Yeah, I'm getting money, I move, I get it state to state. What you lean like? What you lean like? My lean like this, my lean like this. 100 on my neck, 50 for my wrist. Bank account crazy, pockets looking dumb too. What you lean like? What you lean like? My lean like this, my lean like this. Just copped it off the lot, still got the paper.
Need fast cash?
Well, go to cityloan.com or call 877-553-9071 to borrow $3,000 or more using the equity in your paid-off vehicle. The best part? No credit checks. Your car is your credit with City Loan. Over 99% of City Loan customers are in good standing every month. So call 877-553-9071 now. And get this, if you sign up today and you are approved for a loan, you will receive a $25 gift card from Target. Be sure to mention promo code TVAD to receive your gift card. Also, don't forget to like City Loan on Facebook at City Loan Community and follow us on Twitter at City Loan. Now back to the New Music Buzz.
Hey everybody, I'm Chanel Herlin and you're watching the New Music Buzz. Calvin Harris suffered injuries serious enough to require an ambulance, but staying in the hospital just wasn't for him. Law enforcement sources tell us that Calvin Harris was a passenger in a Cadillac SUV at around 11 p.m. last night when a Volkswagen Beetle convertible, a 16-year-old driving this car, crossed the line and crashed into Calvin's vehicle. The Beetle was filled with teenagers and the crash was so severe that the passenger sitting on her boyfriend's lap was actually ejected from the car. Calvin suffered terrible cuts to his face that actually required immediate medical care. Paramedics took him to an LA hospital, but seeing as a private room was not available, Calvin actually left the hospital against medical advice. The driver and her passenger who was ejected from the car were also taken to hospital, but seeing as the story is so new, all we know right now is that the girl who was ejected unfortunately suffered a broken pelvis. Kanye West sued for ripping music for new slaves. According to Hungarian composer Gábor Presa, the last part of Kanye's New Slaves features one of his songs. Presa says right before the song was dropped in 2013, Kanye reached out to him for permission. Gábor agreed, but says only under assumption of a formal agreement was to be written up. According to the lawsuit, Presa said that Kanye sent him $10,000 in advance to push the deal through, but Presa said he never cashed the check. It could end up costing Kanye way more, as Presa is suing him for at least $2.5 million. For more music news, go to www.thenewmusicbuzz.com. I'm Chanel Herlin, and you've just been buzzed.
I'm still with Sanders.
Todavía estoy con Sanders.
I'm still with Bernie Sanders because despite what the media says, this race is not over.
Yo estoy con Sanders porque es decente y honesto.
Because he's always fought for the average American, higher wages, and the union job.
Some are even surprised that he's a politician.
¿Qué más queremos?
I'm still with Sanders because he's voted with integrity. He voted against NAFTA. He voted against the war in Iraq.
I'm still with Bernie Sanders because corporate welfare has to stop.
And he's the only one to stop it.
Tax me, but let my taxes go towards healthcare and education, not war.
Porque no es comunista.
He's for unity.
I'm still with Sanders because he's the only candidate that speaks strongly about climate change.
He's willing to create 10 million jobs and 100% clean energy industries.
He's the only one who opposes fracking,
which will ensure clean water and prevent more flints throughout the nation.
I'm still with Bernie Sanders.
Porque el seguro médico es un derecho humano.
His healthcare plan will save taxpayers $500 billion a year.
Nos quiere ahorrar $500 billones por año.
I'm still with Sanders.
Because he has a vision for the country.
Because he won't turn his back on me.
Él no me va a dar la espalda.
Join the movement.
Help us win big.
Help us win big.
Ayúdanos.
Because he knows it's not about him.
It's about us.
Cuando nos unimos juntos,
when we stand together,
anything's possible.
You look absolutely gorgeous tonight, by the way, and I would love to borrow your jumpsuit one day. Is that what you call it over here, a jumpsuit? We call it like that in Australia.
I call it a jumper, or I call it a jumpsuit.
Okay.
I go both.
Yeah, but it's absolutely stunning with the embellishment and everything. It's amazing.
They added this. It's like 2 different pieces. So this is like one thing, and then they added this.
Oh,
so cool.
That's cool. Now, how does it feel to, have written a song with Pharrell? Not many people in the world can say they've done that.
I know. I'm putting that on like the top of my resume.
Yeah.
That was so cool. And it was his idea. That was the weirdest part. He came into rehearsal and he goes, I think I have an idea for a song. And I go, no way. He goes, but I don't know if you'll like it. And I go, I probably will like it. He goes, okay, well then let's work on it. And I was like, okay. So then we spent a couple hours in the studio, and it was just like any other thing like he had done. He was just telling me like, listen back to that line. Like, what do you think of it? And I go, I don't really like it. And he'd go, okay, well then try this. And then it was just crazy.
Yeah.
It was super fun.
And do you think the style, that sound is something you would go for when you record your album?
Oh yeah, I think for me, like tonight was kind of like this overall, just different colors. There are lots of different colors in the songs that I was singing. And I just feel like as an artist, like if I was to produce an album, I do not want to produce an album that is completely green.
Yeah.
Like you want lots of different colors. You want reds and purples and blues and all this stuff. And so I feel like that's way more fun for me, singing all this different different styles of music and kind of incorporating all this different sound. So much more fun.
Yeah.
And as a listener, you're kind of entertained, the whole time, kind of wondering what's next. And so I think, I don't know, I'd kind of hope my album would kind of sound like a rainbow, just lots of different colors and textures and all that. So I thought tonight was kind of a reflection of like, kind of the direction I want to go is I can sing ballads, I can sing, pop and even like this, like, I don't know, these like hardcore rock-ish like soul songs. I don't know what you want to call it, but it's, I don't know how I would like to leave the show is kind of trying different things.
Yeah. Yeah. And speaking of the show wrapping up and coming to an end, what are your plans for the future?
My plans for the future. Well, short term, eat and sleep. Maybe watch a few movies, and then hopefully, get a jump on continuing writing and working with people for sure.
Yeah. Now, I have to ask you, what was it like for the first time performing a song that you've written on a national TV?
It's such a fulfilling moment. The most important thing is the song. Yeah. So I've got other songs. What happens a lot when you got a song that you write about that has to do with your own life? Most of the time, for me, you start out writing a song that's about your own life, and you get to a crossroads at some point in the writing where you can either write a better song or you can write a song that's true. Yeah. And I always just go, all right, well, parts of this are about me and parts of it aren't. So, but that song, honestly, I was laying on a beach.
Like when you embellish a story or something, when you add a little extra detail to make it better.
It's about the song, so you can't always live a song. So, that song I wrote when I came up with the first 2 lines of it, laying on a beach looking up at the sun. And that's just how I came up with it, which is funny because it's a song about being sad and, it's a depressing song kind of, so.
Yeah. And how does it feel to be here at the grand final? I mean, you've had this big journey coming here. What do you think about when you look back on your time here at The Voice?
I'm definitely, a changed person. It's honestly staying in that hotel by yourself for, 6 months. I mean, you find out who you are, and then doing all these interviews and being on TV and all this kind of stuff. It's, you find out who you want to be and then you try and do that, and I think a lot of times people aren't in that position and they just do whatever they want to do. And like when you get here, it's like, oh, okay, I got to get my act together and be this person that I should be because, hopefully people will look up to me in some way, shape, or form,
Well, thank you so much for talking to us today. I can't wait to hear more original music from you. Now, great show tonight. It was so entertaining with the top 4 contestants. You had an amazing original song that you performed. How did that feel?
It felt great to play my own music on there. It felt great to do all the music I got to do tonight. I mean, it's really near and dear to my heart. Like the Beatles are why I play music and sing, and to be able to do the end of Abbey Road with with my coach Adam. I mean, it was so much fun to do that.
And how he was on the drums. And
it was amazing, and getting to jam with him a little on guitar too. He's super talented, and it was really fun to just do that. I think he enjoyed it as much as I did. So
yeah, I love seeing the interaction between you two, because it's just like two amazing musicians that truly are passionate about music, getting together and just having fun, like almost like kids.
We really did have a great time. And then, of course, I got to play White Room by the Cream, and I'm a huge Eric Clapton and Jack Bruce fan, so to be able to do that, I feel like I'm able to go out in a blaze of rock and roll glory, if you will. So pretty cool.
You really got to cover all areas on the show, didn't you?
A lot. I mean, the stuff that's near and dear to my heart, at least.
Yes,
pretty awesome.
And what was it like recording the song out here in LA? Original song.
It's been great. I mean, recording the original, I wanted to do it a little differently, because I actually released that song on my second album, and it was kind of a stripped down band version. So with this, I got a chance to add a choir and add a horn section to it and do it up a little bit with this arrangement. So it was nice.
Yeah. And looking back on the whole competition, is there one moment that stands out to you, or any great memories that you think you'll take away?
Well, there's so many. I mean, this has been a tremendous experience. It's one of the best experiences of my life, and I think there's a whole lot. I mean, it's a list of what I'm going to take away. I think from Adam alone, I'm going to take away a lot more confidence in myself and just being true to myself, because, I think, what else can you do? Authenticity is the most important thing in art, and it's like when I came in, I felt like I kind of had to play it safe in certain ways, and he was always just encouraging me to not worry about it and just do my thing. And I mean, even to have a coach that encouraged me to play more guitar than I, was planning on in several occasions was awesome. I don't think that I could have picked another coach that would have been that supportive of like who I am as an artist. So pretty cool.
Well, I can't wait to hear more music from you, more original music.
Thank you so
and I can't wait to see what happens on the iTunes charts this week.
Well, neither can I.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. You have a great night. My name is Laith El-Sadi, and you've just been buzzed.
For more music entertainment news, go to www.thenewmusicbuzz.com.
We're at the press conference. We're at the press conference. Well, we are all the new judges, seeing as we've all got a judge photo.
Yes, well, she's the South African judge of The Voice.
It's very diverse, this panel.
Yes, I work on the Australian Voice.
Yes.
And I am the Colombian Latin flavor judge.
Oh,
Dancing
girl,
judge.
yes.
Oh, she gets it on.
Christina Aguilera, our first female coach, victor here on
The New Music Buzz is brought to you by SPINNABLE. View life in 360. City Loan, get cash for your car today. Rockwell Watches, innovative design, and lightning in a bottle. For more music entertainment news, go to www.thenewmusicbuzz.com.
Could you talk about what it means to be the first woman to win the competition?
It means everything. To be honest, I cannot thank Allison enough for choosing me as her coach. I was so moved and so touched by her story from the minute I turned around in the blind auditions, and she has just been a blessing to not only myself, but to the show. She is the epitome of The Voice, and also such an inspiration for other hardworking moms and just any hardworking parent who also has a dream that they want to accomplish.
Hi, Danielle DeLate from the New Music Buzz. Congratulations, Allison.
Thank you so much.
Christina, what words of advice do you have for Allison now that her career is going to take off and she's the winner of The Voice?
She has all that she needs to jet set off into this amazing career. She has just been nothing but an inspiration for me. She truly has shown me such an amazing ability to prove that she, you can do this, be away from your kids, have stamina, be such a hard worker. She's truly motivated and inspired me beyond belief. She's an incredible woman, and this is the icing on the cake, but she was always a winner, and I'm just so happy she gets this chance with her kids and her family. I saw them backstage, and they're just the most amazing family. They have supported her so much, and she knows exactly what she needs to do from here on out, and that's just be herself and just continue shining.
I knew that if I changed my life, like really honestly changed my outlook on things, that something eventually was going to happen. And I was patient, and I kind of just waited for an opportunity to present itself for me, because I didn't have it in me to kind of go out and find it myself anymore. I knew that if it was meant to be, it would fall in my lap, and I couldn't have ever imagined that it would be something as amazing as this. Ever.
You're so inspiring, babe. I love you. She really is. She's amazing.
Allison, congratulations.
Thank you,
Jen Tucker
girl.
with Generation Radio and Pacific Rim. Oh my God, I'm so excited for you. Christina, what is the Allison album going to sound like? You talked about that a lot throughout the season. What now?
I think that the bottom line is that I'm not the boss. She's always been the boss. She is definitely a dictator of exactly who she is, who she wants to be. She can do anything she wants to do. The sky is truly the limit for her, any sort of genre. I think her heart kind of does rely a little bit into
just like more of a folky,
speak for that.
classic vibe. But honestly, this is the first time I'm going to be able to make whatever record I want. And I think that it's going to be probably, all of these things that I've experienced over this past 10 months that I've been doing this. I've gone through a lot of different things, so I think there's a lot to write about, and whatever happens like during that process, I think will just be something organic and natural. And I honestly don't believe that there's one genre that you need to stick to. For a singer like me and a songwriter like me, I speak from the heart, and whatever comes out is going to be the kind of record that I make. And it's the first time I'm coming into mainstream music, and I just want to speak from my heart and do what comes naturally. So I'm excited to see what that is. I'm excited to start writing and working, and it's time. It's going to happen soon.
Hey, Christina and Allison, Mertz Trapper from Inside Pulse right here.
Hi.
You and Christina shared such a special relationship over the course of the show. How important was Christina's mentorship in propelling you to the win?
It was everything. I mean, I'm going to cry. No, I think I love people that lead by example, and she was a perfect example for me as, a mother and an artist, and she's such a powerful woman. She's such a strong personality, but also she's vulnerable and sweet, and she just embraced me right away. And so I always felt comfortable enough to learn from her and to bounce ideas off of her, and our relationship just got stronger over the weeks, and it just became comfortable and natural. And but watching her do what she does, when you're hanging out with her as a person, you forget that she's a legend, and then she'll sing or she'll perform, and I'm like, my jaw still drops, and I'm so
You're a legend.
Beyond that I even get to be in the same room as her, let alone sing with her twice and learn from her. So it's just been epic.
But she's just great, and honestly, I'm so happy she won, because she really deserved it. Her kids are in the room, and they're like, Mama won, yes, your mommy won, woo, mommy won. I love it. I couldn't be more happier for her.
Hi, Allison. This is Lindsay Parker from Yahoo. I know you're good friends with Adam Lambert, and also with some other people who've competed on different reality singing shows, and some of them were tweeting on your behalf. I'm just wondering if they gave you any advice about what to expect from this
Oh my gosh,
situation.
Adam, I think we talked every single day throughout this process, and I mean, from beginning to end, with song choices, with outfits, he's so particular. He's like, your makeup tonight was perfect except for this. And then I would go in and be like, well, Adam says, no, he cares for me because we've come up together. I was there when he was doing picking songs, sitting at the cafes, what should you sing? And it was so crazy to have him be able to do the same thing for me. And he's touring the world, with himself and fronting Queen. So, for him to be taking time to call me and see how I'm doing and how's your spirit, how's your body, how's your soul? I mean, things like that where, those are the things that true friends really care about throughout all of this, because you really can get trampled if you're not prepared for what this work was. It was not just go on stage and sing a song once a week. It was insane. I mean, I definitely am going to need to lay on a beach somewhere for a day or two at some point and just recenter myself, because this is just crazy.
Peace out.